Welcome back to CTV Morning Live. We do have an Ask the Expert segment coming your way with Recycled Frog. You can give us a call live on the air, 789-6559, extension 2803. You can always send us a message via our email, ottawa.morning@ctv.ca, or through our Facebook page and our Twitter page as well. For those that aren't familiar, just Recycle Frog. I mean, we know that there's a lot that goes on, but for people who aren't familiar, quick rundown.
Very simple. We are a company that's been in business for about almost 6 years as of March. And we buy people's old, unwanted gold and silver things, whatever they are, whether they're flatware sets or tea sets, coins, the old jewelry that they've either inherited or were given over the years. We'll sit with you, we'll do all the evaluation right there in front of you, test everything, weigh everything, and based on the price of gold and silver, on that particular day, we will present you with a purchase offer. If you accept it, we give you a check. If you don't, you simply pack your items up and off you go. Never any pressure, never any stress. It's a really nice, transparent, and friendly experience, and people walk away usually with a lot of money.
And the thing is, too, is that oftentimes there could be some of that lying around the house, and for people who are, could be in need, there's always that opportunity that they probably have something that is of value.
Well, most people fall into a few different categories. There's the need, of course. People just need that extra bit of money, especially around this time of year. You know your bills are coming in around Christmas. Why not put a few extra $100, towards that? And most people have a few $100 at least sitting in their homes that's not being put to use in any way, shape, or form. But a lot of people have inherited things as the boomer generation gets older and older. Their parents are handing things down, and it's simply going into a big Tupperware bin in the garage or in the basement. And there literally could be hundreds of dollars in flatware sets, which we see a ton of. That people are not doing anything with because they've already got their own.
Absolutely.
So, if there's no sentimental value to it, then it might be worth considering seeing how much it's actually worth and deciding whether you want to go ahead.
I like how you put the sentimental aspect to it, because it's something that you've also dealt with. I know, having talked to you about it, is that sometimes for you, you'll see the deep attachment that they have to items, and
we'll never buy that.
And you can tell.
Yep.
I do want to get to a question, because I know there's somebody on the line waiting to speak with you, David. So I believe Henry's on the line. Henry, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Good morning. What's your question?
Yeah, I called because my mother's got an old dental bridge set sitting in a drawer for about 20 years or so. It's anchored with 2 gold teeth, and I'm just wondering if there's any value in that.
Yep.
And as an aside, my dentist once told me that there's more than just gold in gold teeth.
Yep. So, Henry, it's an excellent question. It's actually a very popular question. We buy a lot of what you're referring to as dental gold, and it does have typically it has 3 different kinds of metals in it. Most of it is gold, a higher purity gold, usually between 16 to sort of 18 or 19 karat. And then there's platinum and palladium, typically mixed in, and they create this alloy. It's a dental alloy. And depending on the dentist, depending on the year, that mix can be sort of a few different things. We buy, over the years, we've purchased many, many kilograms of dental gold through dentists, through individuals like yourself, Henry, who have inherited things or things that have been sitting around. And we've melted so much of that down that we've now got it down to a pretty exact science. We know what most of that is made of, and we have a category called dental gold. And it adjusts for the palladium and the platinum that's actually contained in there. And so we typically are buying dental gold at about 20 carats, which 24 carats being your purest form of gold. So we're saying that this dental gold is actually very high in purity and can be worth quite a bit. It's all based on the number of grams you have, and we'll do a test right there in front of you to make sure that it is dental gold and it is a higher purity. And then we'll simply just weigh it and purchase it, make a purchase offer, and hopefully you like the offer.
I mean, it's a small amount that you would be working with.
Yep.
But there's so much of it that's being done that you can tell based on a small tooth what you're looking at.
Absolutely. Our tester is very sophisticated, so we can test right down to ½ a gram. And it literally just gets clamped into our resistance tester, and we'll simply make contact with it, and within 3 seconds we know what the purity of it is, and then we just simply weigh it. So there's no rocket science involved. It's all very transparent. And really, at the end of the day, if we were to weigh Henry's mom's bridge,
which has been sitting there for 20 years.
Which is actually a good thing, because it's appreciated significantly in those 20 years. We'll make an offer to purchase it, and if for any reason Henry doesn't like it or his mom doesn't like it, then he simply just packs it up in whatever he brought it in, and off he goes with it. But dental gold we see a lot of. Again, it's a generational thing. People are inheriting things like that, and nobody really has any use for a dental bridge,
Right.
other than to put it away, tucked in a bag in a box somewhere. But it could be worth, you know, $100 or significantly more than that, depending on how many grams there actually are in it.
Really interesting. Things that you definitely wouldn't have thought about,
Not
but
usually,
you know,
no.
but it is in people's homes, and it is something that's likely as sitting on a
Yep.
counter somewhere for 20 years.
Yep.
We're going to get to some of the other upcoming events that you have. I know that it's a very busy time for you, so we'll get to that coming up in the next segments. But do get in some of your questions, just like Henry did. 789-6559 and 2803 is the extension. Ottawa.morning@ctv.ca is the email. You can also reach us on Facebook and on Twitter. We'll be back right after this.